So this thought exercise is based on a typical NFT drop. This one is for something Halloween themed NFTs, nifties. And they're done in a progressive way. Like sometimes they'll just tease them and preview them and then drop them all let people mint them at some minimum price. But on this one, they do sort of a roadmap where 0.06 ETH, that's the initial floor price, like the minimum price, and then there's bonuses and things that take place as it goes forward. Like when 50% are minted, there's merchandise. When 75% are minted, purchased, there's charity. But essentially, the magic here is that even though they're starting out with a suggested price of 0.0666 ETH, nobody knows where it's going to end up. So that's where the prediction market comes in. If we convert 0.0666 ETH to dollars, it's about $250. If it's really successful, this floor price will become, the floor will go up to $2,000 or $20,000 or whatever. If it's not successful, the floor price will go to essentially nothing, like pennies maybe. The prediction market gets to bet where this floor price will end up after the drop happens, like after it's all available and everybody can buy as much as they want, and when the initial round of speculation happens, which is usually very quickly. I mean, those people will start speculating the second they can buy them if it looks like there's any chance for appreciation. Anyway, I did a rough little flow chart on how we could do a prediction market that would predict the price of Nifties. And at the top, I sort of have a user wallet, and then there's some discourse layers, and there's smart contract and blockchain layer, and sort of a treasury for the project. And then on the bottom, there's like reputation system. And then left to right, there's a suggestion phase where somebody suggests a Nifty, and then people vote on it using discourse to see whether they want to enter it into the market. And then you have the actual prediction market, and then you settle based on who basically award all the money that people bet to the person who had the best bet. Did it go to 2 cents or did it go to $20,000? So anyway, I'll just quickly walk through a couple of these steps to flesh out some of the interesting parts of the flow. The round ones are like users starting to flow. The triangles are decisions, obviously, and the squares are process. So the user suggests an NFT, and then they have to stake it. If you just let people suggest whatever they want, or willy-nilly, people will spam the system. But if they have to put a little stake up, then you get better quality suggestions. So the user suggests on discourse. These two layers are discourse. They get like a public key to the treasury wallet or the treasury account, and they send a stake to the smart contract, and the smart contract, accepts it, and then there's an API call here, and we can open voting on that suggestion. So if somebody makes a suggestion and creates a stake, that kicks off a smart contract that processes that and basically sets a flag, and the voting cycle can be opened. People vote on the suggested NFT through the UI. Votes are registered, sent to the smart contract and recorded. There's one nuance where people with higher reputation can have higher weighted votes. There's a possible way to increase the quality of the voting. This reputation layer can be accessed either for reads or for writes at any time in the smart contract process. So after 2 weeks of voting or whatever makes sense, there's a decision where, is there enough votes? If it's over the minimum votes, the suggestion is accepted. If not, if there's less than the required votes, the suggestion is rejected and the stake is retained. The user doesn't get the stake back unless they're a high rep user. There's some possible nuances there. So now we move into the prediction market phase where users enter their guesses. So I guess this Friday the 13th Nifty will be valued at $20,000 after the drop. not only do I enter the guess, $20,000, but I also buy a bunch of tokens that bet on my guess. And I can buy tokens, as time goes on after the initial preview or teaser, it probably gets easier and easier to guess whether something will be worth $20,000 or $2. So, there can be, I think the prediction market can actually give you more tokens, more prediction tokens for your dollar early on, because the early bets are the cool ones. So anyway, as these bets are placed, they're recorded in the blockchain. And as the thing progresses, the price predictions are displayed on the site along with how many bets for each prediction. So that's the core of the prediction market there. You could sort of see, even before there's a full launch, what the wisdom of the crowd says about, is this a worthwhile Nifty? And then at that point, after you reach some predetermined time, when you're going to settle this thing, smart contract logic says the users who did not guess the correct floor after drop forfeit all the tokens that they bet. The winner, who was closest, is given 90% of everybody's tokens in the market for this particular Nifty. 10% goes to the treasury or whatever. So here's the winner's purse up here, and the payment being dispersed from the blockchain, the count, for the count of the DAO or whatever's running, the project. So there's those tokens going there, and this guy's really happy, and he gets some reps. So there's a call to the, where his rep is increased in discourse. There's probably a scenario where maybe there's no reason to stop it right there, even though an award's been made. I mean, maybe these things can go on, because certainly the prices fluctuate, and some of them sort of appreciate hugely in a slow way. But I think the exciting part that people would want to participate in is that first 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after a big launch.